If it ain't action, I don't wanna hear it. For real. Fuck this rapping shit, that's all I'm thinking about. When I get back, I'ma whack on for this. Just got off the phone, over David Gone. Can't believe this shit real. Looking at the phone, wishing I was home in New York City getting deals. Look, traffic hit my life dramatically. If it ain't action, I don't wanna hear it. For real. Fuck this rapping shit, that's all I'm thinking about. When I get back, I'ma whack on for this. Turn up the truck for this, I'm a burner. I don't need a burner, you still a get kid. For real, I don't really be still in the field. I don't need a hill, I'm really for real. In a journey, it's kill to be killed. The day that I catch him, maybe it would be deal. They won't catch me lacking, catch them out in traffic. All I do is win shit, yeah. Gave all the love I had. What happened? These niggas lame, I gave them the game. I can't get it back. Bought a new rollie, got me a chain. Fuck up them hacks. But it still ain't make me happy. I'm just asking, what happened to the love I had when you ain't have me? You don't respect the fact that you only when I barely had. So if I had a fucking love, cause I want the baddest one. Just cause she bad don't mean she real. She fucking me over, I'm so done. And this is all the love I had. Love I had. I can't get it back. Can't get it back. I won't get it back. Won't get it back. Gave all the love I had. I'm motherfucking 3, nigga. I can't get it back. I won't get it back. Can't get it back. Pop out when they steal it. That spot in the kitchen. Take the time to listen. I'm just reminiscing. I'm in my business. They are not your friends. They want my position. Damn, I should. Back and forth, it was so hard. If I die today, tell them check on my forensics. They traced it back to my homeboy. Wouldn't be surprised if my partner kills. Pop out when they steal it. That spot in the kitchen. Take the time to listen. I'm just reminiscing. Mama in my business. They are not your friends. They want my position. Damn, I should've lived. Back and forth, it was so hard. If I die today, tell them check on my forensics. They traced it back to my homeboy. Wouldn't be surprised if my partner kills. Yeah, hard to trust me, partners in and on purpose. When you're running down on another level in the game now, I'm only trying to take the plane down. For the love of God, they took it from us. Baby mama, she stayed down. Ain't got no time to stay around. And I give a damn what they say about really to set it off heat.
All right. First off, let me say this. First off, look, for all my elders out here, if you are at that age to where it's difficult to drive, your depth perception has, gone to shit, it might be that time to, give up the keys. I don't usually get mad on the road. Katrina does. She go crazy. But that old man just throw me the fuck off. All right, here it is. Shout out to that nigga Theo. Shout out to that nigga Ty. As I said, as far as the Me Too movement, the biggest donation that we got has been from a regular nigga from Texas. The amount is not important. If you donate more than $100, you get that, big shout out, and will be stated as a member when we do the news interview. Oh shit! I ain't. Yeah, Katrina ain't crazy behind that wheel, but yeah. So shout out to everybody who's shown love, shown support. All right, so if you don't know, I have a statute, a Florida statute, that I'm going to be pushing. What I want to do is I want to have a mock interview. I want to have a mock interview, so like a practice interview where y'all, ask the questions and just try to get me off balance so that I'm fully prepared should the news, which they probably will, because we'll be right in front of the police station. I'll be right in front of the police station. Shout out to Honey. She's another one of them. Shaka, Max. Max gave the second biggest contribution to the cause. Once again, regular niggas, regular people, and then it was Honey. So we gonna holler about Trey Songz. We gonna holler about Boosie's son. We gonna holler about Blueface and all that. But at this moment, what I wanna get through is that I am not just mentally but physically getting prepared to be out there on this goddamn bullhorn. What do we want? Justice. When do we want it? Now. Like this right here. What do we want? Justice. When do we want it? Now. My name is Ayo Consaco. I'm the leader, the fearless leader of the Me and Two movement. You know what I'm saying? So I'm getting prepared. So what I'm having an issue with right now is the fucking shots at nigga House of Wolfsmane. He said make the members, the people who want to come out there to the protest, make them pay for their own background check. And I feel that. And he said something else. He said for central registry clearance also. And that's why, like I said, I just got the phone earlier with Mello Jones, and we were talking about the Rap Trap book. We're at that point now that we're consistently day to day talking about what we're doing, getting pages together for the Rap Trap book. I'm not even gonna say what I want to happen because everything is going on right now. But I'm getting physically and mentally prepared for this. My schedule is fucked up. My schedule is totally fucked, and it's not gonna be productive if I keep it the way it is. So I'm having to, jump out of that schedule and get into a regular person's schedule, and that's really harder than the physical shit. Really, that is physical, but just not sleeping, you know what I'm saying, and breaking up your sleep pattern, that shit is heavy. But there's no way that I'm gonna be productive and efficient and effective by doing my regular schedule. It's just not gonna work. So we getting that together, and I'm gonna be ready. The statute I'm gonna be using is Florida Statute 817.29. That's going to be the statute. If you're a patron, you were able to look at that statute. I'm going to be pushing for heavier punishments, but like that's something totally different. We're on the way. It's going down, and I'm getting fully prepared. Like I said, I'm still kind of off because I'm extremely sleepy. Because this is not my regular schedule and shit like that. But it is what it is. We're gonna work it. But I wanted to come at y'all real fast about this video that has been going around of this this little dude right here
Basic from a search.
This little dude right here that was singing a song on the bed, and then the bitch from behind, she just really hauled off and slapped the fuck out of him. And then a struggle comes after that, whatever. I don't really know about using that as a Men Too situation, but what I can say about it is it's crazy because I had somebody call and it just blows me that it's a lot of niggas that are really being physically abused. And I say abused because it's like the reverse shit. It's like what people think domestic violence is the man coming home from work, he start drinking and he beat his wife up because of whatever reason. He get drunk and he turn into a monster, and that's what the ideal of domestic violence. When you think domestic violence, that's what you think of. A husband coming home drunk and beating the wife, and then after years of that, the son steps up and say, "You're not doing that to my mama no more." That's what we think. What I've been hearing and seeing is that it's a switch. Seems like it's a switch going on to where a lot of relationships, it's like a lot of people don't understand how serious shacking up is. Shacking up is a term that our grandparents and older generation, they used it, and they said shacking up was when you was just going and living with your partner or whatever like that. So what happens when you stay in the same house as somebody? There is no separation. Y'all stay in the same house with each other. You start getting to know a person on an extremely intimate and deep level. There has never been anybody, no matter what the relationship is, there's never been people who are in the same home with each other that they don't have issues. Dog. me and Brim, like we've been in the same house for years and years. Like it's gonna be that. No matter how close you are to somebody, it's gonna be something that, you know what I'm saying, y'all get into it about and shit like that. Now, the issue here is that, and this is, I'm not a anti-relationship person, because there are a lot of members of the Men Too movement and of Ayo Nation that are married, that watch. Shout out to that nigga Hodge. Hodge, make sure you hit me and let me know. They're married and they watch the show together. A relationship can work, but it's a lot of work. It is a lot of work, and that's what I say. I'm saying, like, with a relationship being as big of a job as it is, I don't see how a person who has goals and dreams, I don't see how they'll be able to put their energy and their time and attention on their goal and at the house. When you living with somebody, especially with women, they notice. Women notice when you're not doing the same things that you used to do. You're not as interested. You're not, just jumping on her, you know what I'm saying, telling her how fine she is, smacking her ass and shit like that. She notices that because the reason why she was in that mind state, and this is the other reason why I left the house, because if I'm at the house, I'm gonna go to sleep. So just get on the street and ride and talk, and it's all good. But the reason why she felt like she could do it forever and she wanted to be in the same house as this person is because of how good it felt to have someone there that was into her, talk to her, sexually attracted to her, heavily sexually attracted to her, and all these things. So obviously she's going to notice when you're not keeping that same energy. The reason why I say relationships take the same amount of energy, attention, and nurturing and patience that a dream does is because the relationship, the deeper you get into it, just like with your dream, if your dream is to be a Navy SEAL, the deeper you get into that dream, shit starts changing and you have to change with it. What's gonna make you adapt to all of the shit that changes within your dream is the fact of, your how bad you want it, and shit like that. So when you're in a relationship, you have to have that same energy. So when the shit start getting stale, you have to put your mind into that. Like, okay, because I want this relationship to work and this is what I want, I'm going to do whatever it takes to make this shit work. Same thing with me in the entertainment business, because I was so focused on being a factor in the entertainment industry. No matter where I was or what was going on, I continued to work at it because I wanted it that bad. The problem with this is there are guys, and a lot of them, and I would like to say this, I don't feel like, honestly, I'm gonna say, I don't feel like a nigga is lame because he wants a successful relationship, because he wants to be with somebody, because he wants to be in a real old-fashioned relationship, like back in the day, when we was passing notes in class, how it felt to have somebody want you. But the issue is, when you're going outside, and I've said this before, as a man, if you're going outside with that mindset of I just want to be in love, which to me, obviously, I think it's obvious that sounds feminine. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what a woman would want. Because as a nigga, what's supposed to happen is you're supposed to be like, the reason why marriage and you putting a ring on it is so significant is because as a man, it is a man's nature to fuck anything that's sexually attractive. That goes back to that video I put out just a second ago about Ice from the Joe Budden podcast. Instagram blocked it, and I think YouTube might have blocked it also. Hopefully it's still on Facebook, but they got something in their shit to where you can't show it. So I probably have to re-upload it with just his picture on the screen. But that nigga came out. Katrina sent me the video on the timestamp where this nigga came out and actually said, and he tried to sneak it in there by saying, I don't like the Ebony category of Pornhub. What he's saying is he does not find black women sexually attractive. This is the reason why. This is what I'm talking about. DJ Academics, Joe Budden, Ice, and ain't no telling how many more of these motherfuckers, when they're looking at black women in these videos, or when they're saying the lyrics of these niggas' songs, they don't mean the same shit that a nigga might mean. It's the same thing with the nab shit. When a nigga is saying nab, he don't mean a nothing ass bitch. He mean a black girl. This is why this is important. It's important in this culture, it is important to know where a motherfucker lies. That nigga Ice said that he almost threw up because he saw a white woman in distress. And see, now I'm finna go somewhere else with it. See, that's let me calm down. Let me calm. But dog, that shit blow me because I don't like that. I don't like motherfuckers trying to change what's real. Cool niggas, real street niggas, real gangsters, any name that means anything. Niggas do not fucking put nothing over the colored woman. I don't like, nigga, if you find Japanese women, you like hentai or whatever the fuck that shit is, nigga, that shit needs to be known. We need to see each one of these niggas. We need to see their children. We need to see their fucking wife and their girl. We need to see all that shit because all of that matters. Because when them niggas is talking, them niggas is not talking. We thinking they talking the same shit that we talking. They not doing that. These niggas, when they talking about, you know, thoughts and shit like that, these niggas is really using that word to disrespect black women. And that shit means something, and you cannot tell me it don't mean nothing. That's on the same piece of bread as the way a motherfucker feel about snitching, how a nigga feel about Lil Nas X, how a nigga feel about, you know, everything that comes with this shit. If a nigga has a motherfucking white girlfriend or wife, this nigga cannot hold any significant fucking position in this culture. That's it. If a nigga does not find the colored woman, that means we know who our brothers and sisters is. We have Latinos and we have blacks. If it's not black, if it's not brown, it's not right. And if you want the white, and that go for man and woman, Serena, Eve, once you go over there to that side with the motherfuckers, not only do you no longer have a voice over here, but also you lost your protection because you chose them. That's what's best. And it's the same thing with you niggas. That's why I don't have no protection for Zach. I'm just saying what it is. Zach not coming up out that hole. That nigga fucked himself up. He ain't coming up out that hole, my nigga. But if that's what you chose, that's what you chose. But we not gonna make this shit mean, alright, a nigga does not find black women attractive, but he has a fucking voice. He has a voice in this culture where every song we're degrading women, every song we killing niggas. It goes back to that whole thing about, does it matter who's saying the song, who's singing the song? If you heard a Klansman rapping NBA Youngboy song, Fredo Bang, any gangster rapper, and they talking about killing niggas and busting niggas here and ain't having no love, no passion, no sympathy for no nigga, does it change it? Can you watch a person that you know is racist, can you watch them sing a rap song and be like, oh yeah, he part of the culture? Hell no, he's not part of the fucking culture. He's using that shit, and that's our issue. We don't never know when a motherfucker laughing at us. Go on the Patreon and watch the clip. Joe Budden put his hat down because all them niggas up there feel the same way. All them niggas up there feel the same way. They feel like if it ain't white, it ain't right, and that shit means something, my nigga. That shit means something on the same level As if a nigga, so, dog, when motherfuckers said that shit about Frank Ocean, I was fighting for that nigga, man, because I fuck with Frank Ocean. But then when, you know, you find out that Thinking About You was about, you know what I'm saying? That shit changed shit, my nigga. A nigga's not gonna tell me no different, my nigga. There is no real street nigga that has no motherfucking, you gon' get on your, dog, Soldier Slim, back in the day, he said it as it was. I'm sick of these sellout niggas married to these white girls. It ain't about no racism, it's just what it is. Niggas that do that type of shit, them niggas is them type of niggas. We need to know, what does a nigga mean when he's singing these rap lyrics? What do a nigga mean when he's laughing at jokes? And that's why it's important. That's why it's so important for us to educate and talk to our black women and get them on the wavelength. Stop playing out here, because these folk, when they watching Love and Hip Hop and Basketball Wives and shit like that, they not laughing at the shit that you laughing at. They not laughing with you at all. They laughing at you, directly at you. Directly at you. And it seems like we always the last people to realize when we being laughed at. Does it matter who in the fuck a motherfucker is planning on putting a ring? If a nigga feel like, I'm not into black girls, I'm not into that, you know, I'm never gonna get on the knee to a black woman, dog, we need to know that shit, my nigga. We need to know it on the same level as we need to know who a nigga is talking about in his goddamn music. We need to know it on the same level of, is this nigga a fucking informant? If you find out that a nigga is an informant, that shit change shit. If you find out that, come on, man, stop that goddamn shit, man. You doing that shit on purpose now. We find out that a nigga is a bitch. It changes everything. Once again, Joe Budden, we just had a situation with you when they took your words out of context. Nigga, immediately, niggas started looking at Joe different. We need, and I'm saying, how the fuck can you look at a nigga and be like, no, it's all good, it's all love, when a nigga say that I don't date black women? What the fuck? I big home, that's all good, but you can't be over here. You can't be over here. What type, like, what fucking type, you think that you a logical, rational nigga, and because you not singing the same retarded kill nigga verses, you think because you like boom bap and conscious rappers, you think that make you better than the niggas who is all about killing niggas in their music. But how in the fuck is you gonna be black power, but when you come to the Panthers meeting, you got your motherfucking white wife with you, my nigga? You come with a white girl, you need to have a multitude of these bitches. And them, they need to be goddamn, you know, putting a jacket on you and shit like that. You know what the fuck is, come on, my nigga. And somebody gotta stand on this motherfucking rock and fight for this shit. By no, and like I said, I don't give a fuck about no nigga with no, that nigga sipping. Let me tell you, big home. Let me tell you something, like, you need to do your research. Do your research. But that's some family business right there. When I'm talking to, you know, the nabs that happen to be black and shit like that. They are just as bad as the niggas who will kill a nigga on a fucking highway midday. But I just watched a video of a goddamn officer yoking a nigga all up, twisting his arm all up and all, goddamn, and all that shit. I just watched that shit and niggas ain't move a muscle. Niggas ain't move a muscle about that. But y'all niggas will run down a nigga on the interstate. Work back to back and get intelligence on a nigga to where you know the exact moment when a nigga is slipping. That's another nab situation. Broad daylight. But then when it comes to this motherfucking Anglo fucking he's a racist with a badge. And this is what I'm saying about that. This is why the crime fast is so important, because we have to make it to where they cannot hide behind that fucking law no more and say, I smell weed, or we, you know, after a nigga kill a nigga, now they find out the nigga was selling dope and all this shit like this. They know where they can get a free kill at. So they go to the hood to get a free kill, because that's what niggas is gonna be, you know what I'm saying, allowing themselves to be fucked over and be a free body for a nigga, man. But I'm just saying, like I said, this is why, like I said, shout out to House of Wolfsmane. Motherfucker do need to take a, you know, a background check. But I need to know what a nigga is on. It's extremely important that we work on us first. It's on us first. We're going to talk about the nab. We're going to point out the nab so that real women of color can get their crown. Real women of color can get their crown and get their credit. We have to point out the nab so that the real woman of color can be celebrated as she should be. We have to make sure that there's a designated difference, and a motherfucker can tell from miles away. On the Patreon, you have a whole series of videos how to identify now by her house, by her car, by her kids, by her social media, by her. Well, shout out to that nigga Tyrone, John Tyrone. You know goddamn well you got to go to the cash app for that. You know these goddamn YouTube people rob me blind. Yeah. YouTube is really robbing me blind. That's the reason why I'm finna have going live on all 3 channels at one time. To see what the fuck going on with that. But as I said, it's extremely important to find out where these niggas stand. If it's important to know whether a nigga is a Democrat or a fucking Republican, whether a nigga is voting for fucking Trump or Biden, knowing a nigga's fucking preference, that's not important. We care about what works for a nigga pockets better, whilst at the same fucking time, at the same moment, having a racist boss, but doing nothing in that situation. We ain't doing shit at the goddamn job, but on the goddamn when it comes to the election, they ain't got shit to do with shit in real life. Y'all just found out about that shit with that goddamn Biden and Kamala Harris when they just stood the fuck up and said we ain't got nothing for no black people alone. What it say? The rising wave lifts all ships or some shit like that. But when got right there in office and their first initiative was any motherfucker that goddamn motherfucker they set that shit out the real way for them folks. Dog, I posted this shit on Facebook the other night. I said, dog, what law did we ever get a reason why we didn't get that 40 acres and a mule? Did we ever get a real reason why? If somebody can just show me, like, okay, you were supposed to get 40 acres and a mule, but we didn't get it because the Vietnam War or whatever. What was that excuse? Like, what did they say happened on that situation? Them motherfuckers went straight up and down and dealt with motherfuckers who are not even from this motherfucker. And that's that bullshit I'm talking about. I don't give a fuck about no motherfucking racist white man. You don't give a fuck about no racist white man. You don't ask a nigga what the fuck goddamn fucking political party he is when you go in that motherfucker with your application. Nigga, if H&M gave you an opportunity to be in a supervisor position, you would take that shit in a second, knowing they just put a goddamn monkey on a nigga not 2 days ago. Not with that bullshit ass goddamn retarded ass outrage. That retarded ass shit, man. You don't give a fuck about no goddamn racism. Trump, what the fuck? My nigga, I would rather a nigga be a full-on Klansman, and he got a policy that would help my pockets than to deal with a Joe Biden who tell, if you don't vote for me, you're not black. You're not finna shame me into goddamn voting for a motherfucker because everybody think this shit is cool. Every one of them motherfuckers, if you really own that shit, he's a racist like that, my nigga, your job, you better not have a racist fucking shift manager, not no racist general manager, and all that shit all the way up the line. You taught the goddamn White House, that goddamn racist white man is in that bitch, making it to where niggas can actually get some money in their pocket. You don't like the word Republican. You don't like the word Trump. Them folk call you a nigga to your face at your motherfucking job, but you on the goddamn internet talking about, man, come on with that dumb ass shit, man. But, like I said, let me see what this is. Man, shout out to that nigga Mellow Jones, man. Mellow Jones came through, said, talk heavy. You already know what it is, my nigga. I appreciate that too, Mellow. That's love. Yeah, if y'all want to show love, go to the Cash App or the PayPal. YouTube is, you know, they kill me. They kill me. But what I'm saying is, and that's a whole nother thing. I don't want to be no pro-black leader, but I'm just saying that I'm talking about hip-hop at this moment. I'm saying that we don't need to be that type of hypocrite. If we like, and far be it from me to use the word hypocrite, because I understand some of the tactics that I'm gonna have to use in order to get the job done. A motherfucker from the outside could look in and say, "What the fuck?" But like I said, you gonna have to be of the right caliber to even question me. Even question me, you got to be of the right caliber. And I can talk how I want to talk because, you know, I handle business in real life. You know what I'm saying? Like, but off that, what I'm saying is that in this culture, if a nigga has a voice and a platform, it's a fucking problem if he does not find black women attractive, period, point blank. Because when you saying you don't find them attractive, what I'm hearing is you have a problem with the way they look. And first of all, that makes no fucking sense. Like I said on Conversation With Me podcast, show me the baddest white bitch that you could ever find, and I'm gonna show you a motherfucker doing her best black girl impression. Motherfucker ain't know what sexy was until you had a motherfucker. Like I said, we ain't gotta go through that shit. I've already told you about the slave quarters and how the goddamn slave master himself could not stop coming into that goddamn slave quarters. That black woman was so, her essence was so, and this is what I'm saying. It doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. When I go on Pornhub, I don't want to see no Anglo do nothing. I don't want to see no Anglo do nothing. I don't interracial. You know what I'm saying? I'm not ghetto gaggers. That shit's not. There's no way you're gonna tell me that a nigga fucking a black girl is somehow less attractive than a nigga fucking get the they call them pogs. If y'all remember that video, that lame ass nigga internet nigga said, yeah, I like pogs, and a pog is a fat ass white girl. There's no way that you will ever find. And if, like I said, if that is what turns you on, then you need to go over there to the country section. You need to go over there to the rock and roll section and shit like that. But over this motherfucker, we like big titties, big ass, big lips, pretty feet. You will never find no Anglo girl who can shave her head bald and still be bad. If the Anglo girl shave her head bald and you find that attractive, I have to question what you actually like. Because that would really look like a prepubescent boy. But when the black girl does it, when the Latino does it, it's still extremely feminine. Because they look like women. They don't look like prepubescent boys. They don't look like prepubescent boys. They don't look like Justin Bieber. Why in the fuck would you find Justin Bieber attractive? You saying that you would choose to fuck the Anglo girl from the back before you... Come on, my nigga. Like, stop that bullshit, my nigga. The colored woman is sexy from the jump. In order for the Anglo to even catch up, they have to get all type of surgeries to do their best to keep up what comes naturally. So when a nigga makes these comments, we just had that, go to conversation with me and look at the conversation I had with that dude who was saying, talking about, colored women. And when we broke it all the way down, what happened was he had been hurt by one. And that was his issue. So he put her on the whole race. When niggas can be in relationships for a long period of time, that right there says that they're good men because they want a relationship. But you want a relationship don't make you good. But, It's crazy. That shit is crazy because, a woman will say that she wants a man like that. Why can't you be faithful? But if you acted like that, you would, it would totally turn her off. She don't actually want you to do that. That's what I'm saying. Like, you're not supposed to listen to the woman, talk. You can listen to it, but I'm saying you supposed to lead for real. Like I said, but that's business that we gotta handle. What I'm talking about is I don't see how a black man that is hip-hop, you are of the hip-hop culture, but you don't find, when I go on Pornhub, I just don't like the Ebony section. Then what the fuck do you watch? What do you watch? What do you watch on Pornhub if you don't watch the black? Like, what do you watch, my nigga? And as I'm looking at this nigga Ice more and more, this nigga really starting to look like what it is. Joe Budden in the middle, putting his head down and all this shit like this. I don't know if that nigga Maul. I don't know if that nigga Maul like black girls like that. And you can look at these niggas and see exactly the fuck why. I bet you don't like them. You a motherfucking lie. Just as soon as she approaches you, you will take anything. You will take any fucking thing. What kind of third grade ass game is you playing? No, I don't even want her. Yeah, I don't even want her. Nah, I would never. And you'll be the same nigga in the inbox. But like I said, my nigga, all I'm saying is this right here. Dog, if that's how you rock out, then if we over here trying to get some shit started, if we trying to do some shit the right way and really push for our culture, I don't know how you can be pushing, but you don't even want to stand next to. Dog, it's mind-blowing because what are you on? What are you on? There is no question about who's the most sexy on the planet. There's no question about that. There's no question about that. That's never been a question of who is more sexy. That's we've never had no issue there. So when you say some shit like that, it's damn near like a nigga saying that water ain't wet, the sky ain't blue and shit like that. It's like, alright, obviously there's a problem with you because we know that water is wet. We know 2 + 2 is 4. So obviously you have, and there it is. And there it is. All women beautiful. There it is. I guarantee you that nigga will not put his IG up there. I guarantee you that nigga will not put his IG up there. I guarantee you that nigga right there will not put his motherfucking IG on the goddamn table. And this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. It's never gonna be a real nigga. It's never gonna be a cool nigga. And nigga, don't get it mistaken. Do not get it mistaken and think that because you got that PPP and you know how to do the TJX6 scam shit, that don't equate to cool. That don't equate to having no swag. You niggas dress off the mannequin in real life because you don't know what the fuck look good. Put your IG up there. Nigga, if all women beautiful, put your IG up there and let's see what's going on with you. Nigga ain't finna do that shit. Only niggas who feel like that is niggas who you can look at them directly. You can look directly at them and you can say, my nigga, stop with the bullshit, my nigga. You know how fine she is. You just know that she is not gonna be interested in you. So you wanna make it seem like, oh no, they didn't fire me, I quit. Yeah, they didn't fire me, I quit. Yep, I quit that motherfucker. Stop that shit, my nigga. This ain't no conversation to be had. You look at any of the Anglo women and they will tell you, either through verbal or through actions, they will tell you that the black woman, the colored woman, is the most sexy on the planet. They'll show you through action by trying to get a tan. They'll show you by action by trying to put any type of material they can to make their figure look like a natural black woman. So that's what I'm trying to explain to you. It has nothing else to do with anything else except everybody knows who the finest is. And when you talking about actually going to Pornhub, there is no way in the fuck. There is no way in the fuck that you're going to say that I don't watch Ebony. How? Then what are you watching, my nigga? That shit come into question. And what I'm putting down right here is saying that we need to know, dog. We need to know. We need to know. If you say that we don't need to know, I will point to Tekashi, I will point to Young LA, I'll point to Alley Boy, I'll point to Gucci, I'll point to Jeezy. It mattered to us whether or not they really stood on what they said they stood on. We gave a fuck about that shit. We wasn't just like, no, I don't care, man, I like his music. No. What does he own outside the music? When we heard Justin Bieber singing that shit when he was a kid, talking about niggas and shit like that, one less lonely nigga. When we saw Pop Hunter, Corvette nigga, when the paperwork came out on him, and he was a kid. We give a fuck about a nigga personal life. If you do not like women of color, the closer to the black woman, the better. If you do not like them, then you do not belong in this culture. Because we don't know what the fuck you saying. We don't know what you got going on. I need to see every partner of everybody's show. That nigga Gilly the Kid, and just go down the list. If Charlamagne the God had a white wife, what would we say about that? You can speak on this culture without being inside of it? Come on, my nigga. Not doing that retarded ass shit, man. Yeah, that shit told me. Katrina sent me that shit, and this nigga just, and they on that bitch just laughing. And I want, when you watch that clip, I want you to go listen how loud the white boy is laughing. Listen to how loud Parks is laughing. Listen to how amused he is. Letting that nigga Ice know, yeah, I like this. I approve of what you're doing. I'm laughing. Make me laugh more. That's what you heard. You heard Parks laughing at this coon ass nigga up here. Laughing at how unattractive the real shit is, honestly, once again, this internet shit blew me, because a lot of this shit, it shouldn't even be no conversation. It shouldn't be up for conversation. It shouldn't have been up for conversation of a nigga wearing a dress, of a nigga wearing a skirt. These things was not even supposed to be questions. It's not supposed to be up for debate. But I'll be motherfucked. If motherfuckers will really be in the comments saying that shit. But once again, you will look at these motherfuckers. They'll say some shit in the comment section, but then you ask them, oh, nah, big home, look, ain't no disrespect. This, what's your IG? I wanted to see how you coming and shit like that. Nigga should not have no issue giving you his social media, dog. But the motherfuckers who have those words to say, they will never be those niggas. They'll never be them niggas. Never. A nigga love to get on this motherfucker and say, oh, my nigga, Ayo Nation 10, go on that bitch to see what's going on. Your social media represents you. Why in the fuck would you be in? I don't have a social media. Man, get your lame ass the fuck off this goddamn. This shit is getting more and more. It's getting more. I can't see it. If you went to the cash app, man, shout out to that nigga, Rashad Sepp. He ain't have no words, just straight love. I appreciate that, big home. That's love. Yeah. Let me make sure this bitch still on. Alright, it's still on. That's the CD player. But yeah, so nah, I just been working, man. I just been working in I hate this fucking intersection. But nah, I just been working in trying to get my damn schedule together. My damn schedule. I feel like a lot of shit going on in this shit, and it just don't make sense. I don't like that shit. I just do not like that. I don't like Adam 22. I don't like Parks. I don't like none of them Anglo people laughing at us, period, but especially laughing at our women, dog. That shit is, like I said, we can have our issues over here, but I'm never gonna sit on side no Anglo and fucking, I don't give a fuck, like, where I go. Not talking to no Anglo about black women, like that shit, like, and you know, with this internet shit just gets so thrown off because it's like having that attitude, it makes you a dinosaur damn near. You're a dinosaur if, you know what I'm saying, you don't like, you know, those type of things. You supposed to just be all liberal and shit like that. But, man, like I said, man, we got work to do. We definitely got work to do. I really wish we could all see what's going on and understand it. It just be blowing me, man, that we got so many niggas and females who do not see that these people are really laughing at us. They're laughing at us. I watched a Katrina sent me it's an old white lady, and she talks ghetto. She talks ratchet. I hate it. I fucking hate it. If an Anglo man has a little bit of rhythm, we just go fucking crazy. We go fucking crazy. Oh, he can come to the barbecue. Man, nigga, we ain't never gonna get out this situation. Motherfucker can go to a damn class and learn how to have a little bit of rhythm, and we'll goddamn go on the plantation and work for goddamn years. This old white woman is talking like a ratchet, and I be motherfucked if motherfuckers don't, they made this old lady famous. This old lady has no fucking talent. She has no skills. She talks like a ratchet, and this motherfucker will just go over there to listen to her talk. It's just such a fucking novelty to see that shit. And be the same motherfuckers talking about hands up, don't shoot. It's fucking ridiculous, my nigga. But like I said, my fight is on the Men 2 battlefield. It's on the Men 2 battlefield, and we're gonna do this thing one thing at a time. When that Trey Songz situation popped up, I was overwhelmed because just getting prepared for this trip right here, getting prepared for this Florida trip right now, I've had to change my life up. had to change my life up um, in order to get prepared for this shit. And now you got this shit. Like, it's like, I don't understand what's up with niggas. Like, and it go back to the same shit, my nigga. Just cause them Anglo people gave you some money, that damn show don't mean that you are somebody that motherfuckers need to listen to. No matter how basketball or whatever the fuck, that don't make you no fucking smart person. Because bitches look at you like a lick, you feel like you know more than niggas who get bitches while they're broke. You have a check and bitches are at you. You got a check in fame and the bitches is at you. But you don't think to listen to the nigga who, without that shit, does those same type of numbers or did it. I'm saying very simply, dog, we have a situation in front of us. What we need to do is we need to back up off of everything right now. Right now, we need to be thinking about moving forward and handling our business. But you want some shit like, man, fuck that shit, and that's what it is, nigga. Like, fuck that shit. But then some shit pop off, and now you want motherfuckers to understand and realize how fucked up the judicial system is. Like, nigga, is you fucking serious? Nah, my nigga, you knew everything. Same thing with Zachary Taylor. Same thing with Zachary Stacy. My nigga, you knew everything. You knew that you didn't want to deal with no colored woman. So you went right over there to that Anglo, and now they doing you the worst. You know what that motherfucker did. You know you got set up. You know it wasn't cameras in that house. It's clicking in Zachary's mind now. That's why she laughed. That's why she wanted to stay right there. That's you got set up. I say we have to be proactive with what we do. Proactive mean, hey man, I'm not fucking with no dope. I ain't fucking with nothing illegal because I don't want to give these people a reason. If these people want to come in here and fuck something up, they finna have to show their full racism. They're not gonna be able to hide behind no old lady in my neighborhood or the little kids and say that you cleaning up the streets and you know the community is the one who signed the crack bill because they was tired of it. But they put that whole shit in motion. They put the whole shit in motion. And we fell for the fucking trap. Dog, I don't give a fuck what a nigga like, what a nigga preference is, but when we are talking about black issues, dog, it's kind of that shit of Anglo person can't say nigga. It's like, it's okay when we say it and shit like that because you know where it come from, but with them, you don't know where the fuck that shit come from. If you are I'm not with that whole just because you are black, that don't mean shit to me. I've seen some of the worst niggas. Let me go on up in here, man. Before I got I've seen some of the worst niggas. Man, everywhere I go, you there. What the word is? Another day, what you got going for it?
Oh man, just coming by the job.
Okay. Yeah, I thought you was at the airport. Oh, you ain't up there. Okay. Yeah. All right, handle your business. All right, we got it. Do I got headphones in the car? Good. I can't see nothing on the phone. Hey there. Picture right here. Okay. I see what you're saying. I don't want to go up in that view with that shit. So, let me go get to the house and we will, we'll come back. But yeah, though. That's all it is. And that might be stupid and it might not be business-wise. It might not be business-wise, but I can promise you, it don't matter what I have going on. If you ever see me putting a ring on or, you know, then you know that they clone me. I can guarantee with all of my fibers, I would never do that. I would never do that. And this is the reason why I don't give a fuck about no racist white man. That man can do what the fuck he want to do. One thing that even a racist white man can't lie. The most racist of white man still had to admit, man, it ain't nothing finer than that. It ain't nothing finer than a black woman. The most racist of the white man will tell you that. Whether it be through his action or through his words, he'll let you know. Them niggas made up Mardi Gras just so they can go out that bitch and show how bad they. Come on, man. I'm talking about slaves. So yeah, I ain't with that, my nigga. I'm not with that. And like I said, y'all don't gotta block nobody that feel differently. Just simply give your social media so we can see what's up with you, and we'll go from there. Just put your social media up there, and we'll go from there. But what I came on to say was, you know, my bad. Man, shout out to that nigga Time, man. You know, I fuck with Texas heavy. A lot of love in Ohio. A lot of love in Baltimore. A lot of love in Texas. A lot of love. That's what I wanted y'all to hear that shit. I wanted y'all to hear this song that Mo3 did. But it's a song that, what's his name? Mr. Lucci and Don Chief. It's called Hold Your Tongue. And I thought that was I didn't think about it. You know, Mr. Lucci, that Mr. Lucci been forming up the block on slam, breaking bitches off and it don't stop. No doubt. Alright, we're gonna listen to that first and then we're gonna listen to Hold Your Tongue. I forgot I ain't heard that shit. Mr. Lucci. What is that song called, that Mr. Lucci? When he said, Mr. Lucci been forming up the block on slam, breaking bitches off and it don't stop. No doubt. Blitzing up your spine and leaving it high. On swole, nigga. How the hell you feel? We pimping hoes in tight clothes. I'm gonna look at Mr. Lucci. I think this is it. There it it is. There it is. There it is. Woo. There it is.
Put it in their face and make them feel something.
These niggas, I think these dads and boys got something. Just don't know. Tell them it's me that's creeping up your block. What I know, top sparkling. List the number one niggas. Outside these times bringing these hits and it's keeping a split with them. Plus a fifth in them with some creased up denim. You catch me pimping white cup sipping within the show, nothing pimping. Well, I thought you knew the truth when we dropped Mr. Poop up on you boys. Play haters claim the food, so we let loose. Mr. Lou don't know it. Say what? Need to watch that. Cause ain't nothing but platinum blast coming up. I give an AK. I guarantee your best yeah. Hold on, dog, with my seat. Nigga, pass the flames on me gone for this Doski-Do. Oh, Kevin A, bring the beat. Don't stopping this. As soon as I'm done dropping this, man, Ed and Cap down, the arm is gonna be chopped. Top, I'm a monopoly in the industry. This what this shit's gonna occur. I ain't heard of me. All my 30, the crook chain and the piece. We some warriors from the north, doing it how we supposed to be. With a crooked ass nigga that's close.
GB coming up the block. On the slam, breaking off and it don't stop. Heating up your spot and leaving it on slow. I hear you feel when it's hosing tight close. GB coming up the block. On the slam, breaking off and it don't stop. No doubt, heating up your spot and leaving it on slow. I hear you feel with pimpin' hosing tight close.
Like bigger things, wood, bigger chain, dog, bigger rain, with a bigger grain, off the side of a bigger frame, down a bigger lane. I'm a bigger nigga with a bigger name, spitting bigger game. What you do, the bigger cane as I step through with a bigger swing. I bigger foes with bigger pros and bigger hoes, and I step toe, floss, bigger froze. We pull bigger decks with bigger gats and bigger caddy, chief, bigger sex, ride bigger legs, hang bigger flag. I cock bigger locks, break bigger Glock, go spot. We work bigger rocks, told red beans with bigger dots. Put plus bigger guts and bigger wheels on bigger trucks, and we sip bigger cups, man, bigger skills, dog, bigger nuts. I'm on a bigger chase with a bigger lake on a bigger place. My bigger taste, bigger base with some bigger thoughts and some bigger bread and thought. The biggest like a bigger walk and talk.
GB coming up the block. Smash, breaking bitches off and it don't stop. No doubt, heating up your spot on slow. I feel pimpin' hosing tight close. GB coming up the block. On smash, breaking bitches off and it don't stop. No doubt, hate the spot and leaving it on slow. I hear you feel pimpin' hosing tight close.
Nigga, how you feel with twanky bitches on your glass? Breaking bitches off with fifth wheel up on your bag. Chopping up your game, nigga, or popping up your diner. Hood razor, motherfucker on the hood of the paint, dripping, dropping, an open lot with your trunk in front, flipping flop down the block and it don't stop. Drop 4 G's with E's down there, 4 E's with G's. I leave, auto crank the key. Anytime I see ya, I got my sweet up, blazing my nigga full of that G stuff. Henny reefer, sexiest, just call me the WIGSPLITGA. Teaching my life forever, my style. Fuck that, I'm top blanky bitch. You can bang in your shit 4 years from now. It's real so high, it's going down on the hill. Whining and hill, dining and work. Bigger rocks, told red beans with bigger dots. Put plus bigger.
bigger
Blue
nut.
Head 956 remix. Lay it down on Coversations. If you feel it, will you come with me? Lay it down on Coversations. You don't wanna fuck with me. I'ma jump it off, straight up ripping, pop my clipping. Bestie word to the nigga that's dropping. Over there, I think I see it finna get it. Fuck who came with it. Man, let's stay in the place. I don't know who's spraying the mace, but I bet you motherfuckers better move before I get in the mood. Straight act the fool.
Nah, listen to this song. This the Ice. Ice and everybody on the Joe Budden podcast. Y'all niggas, your punishment is you need to listen for the whole week. Nothing but Soulja Slim.
It's all to maintain social life mentality. If it be a tragedy, white is coming after me. Slam me down and bounce me. Just to put her hands up. Showed me with resistance when they told me throw my hands up. It's all to maintain social life mentality. If it be a tragedy, white is coming after me. Slam me down and bounce me. Just to put her hands up. Showed me with resistance when they told me throw my hands up. Just cause I'm a black man, push a 2G black hand, mouth full of gold and neck and wrist frozen. Label me a drug lord, supplying my third wall. I only put some with maps in my tank dog. Money in the bank dog. Them haters don't like that. Bitch, this ain't the slave days. Us niggas gon' fight back. You crackers stuff like that. All up in the magazine. Put me on the TV screen and I'm gonna say the same things. You can call me racist. Black man in this white world. I'm sick of singing sellout niggas. Married to these white girls. I made up enemy. Can't never be no friend to me. I just get my dick sucked. None of me mouth instantly. They ain't nothing but freak show. You feel like what you need though. Why you want the girl for something? She fuck one of your people. Now you want to kill something. Pull off you with OJ. If you ain't got the dream team and you ain't winning your case, I get up on your face and call you a straight house nigga. I know you gon' press shows on with my pistol over your mouth, nigga. It's all to maintain soldier life mentality. If it be a tragedy, the mic is coming after me. Gon' slam me down and after me. Just to put on hands up to join you with resistance. When they told me throw my hands up, it's all to maintain soldier life mentality. If it be a nigga singing sellout niggas, married to these white girls, going TV streaming, I'm gon' say the same things. You can call me racist, black man in this white world. Sick of singing sellout niggas, married to these white girls. Doing date up enemy, can't never be no friend to me. I just get my dick sucked, none of they mouth instantly. They ain't nothing but freak show. Feel that's what you need though. Why you walk with girl for something? She fuck one of your people. Now you want to kill something. Pull off you with OJ. If you ain't got the dream team and you ain't winning your case, I get up on your face and call you a straight house nigga. I know you gon' press shows on with my pistol over your mouth, nigga. It's all to maintain soldier life mentality. If it be a tragedy, the white is coming after me. Gon' slam me down and laugh me. Just to put your hands up.
So when you grow up on that type of shit right there, it's like it lets you know what you supposed to, you know what I'm saying? Like, you've never heard no real nigga talk about getting down on one knee and proposing like where we come from. And that's the whole thing. Like, the niggas who will have the slick comments and shit like that will be niggas, as I said, they'll never tell you they social media, because that's the exact reason why they don't like the sexiest women on the planet, or the sexiest women on the planet don't like them. They're not confident, you know what I'm saying, and they fragile like that. But in real life, there's no question about who the sexiest is. So once again, if somebody says that they're not attracted to them, then we already know what's going on. But as we were growing up as street niggas, we wanted to be real niggas. You might have some kids that grow up and want to be Navy SEALs. We wanted to be gangsters, real niggas, and shit like that. And a real nigga, you not even really supposed to fall in love with nothing. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to be hard down, stomped down, and just have a whole bunch of hoes. But you definitely cannot cuff what is known. The Anglo girls are for fun. You know what I'm saying? Everybody come over and she'll love to have multiple niggas run a train on her. That's what she wants. Whether it be because she's trying to get back at her father, or she just finds black men extremely attractive. What we knew about the Anglo girls is that they were easy. That's what it was. That's why I told you, like, when you go to the club and you see some black girls with a white girl, that's, you know what I'm saying, and we had a black club, what we already know is that those are the freaks. These are the bitches who is here to be fucked. And like I said, if that's not your reality, then we obviously come from different places. The reason why I can guarantee you that there will not be no real nigga that stands up and opposes what I'm saying is because this shit is on paper. This is what the rules are. The rules are: can't be no hoe, can't deal with dudes, you can't tell. You do not take the Anglo serious. That is a click hop. That's the, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is written down on paper, as the rules. Obviously, niggas break a lot of these rules and shit like that, but a nigga's not gonna come out and say that a nigga's supposed to snitch. Nigga not gonna come out and say a nigga supposed to, you know what I'm saying, do the Lil Nas X. They not gonna say that. If you can say that, then it's already something with you. Tekashi can come out and brag about that because he's talking to a demographic of people. The Anglo people, it's a dude on YouTube named Matt Cox, and the dudes that come on his show, they talk about telling. Like, why in the fuck would you not tell? Like, you can either do 30 years or do 5 years. Why would you do the 30 years? And so it may be wrong how we came up, but that is what those are the requirements to be a real nigga. This is why when these things happen to you, you lose that card. So that's just what that is. And like I said, it may be flawed. Just like the kid who wants to be the Navy SEAL. Those people have more suicide and mental issues, beating their wife, all kind of stuff, dealing with kids, all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it may be wrong to feel like whatever my country tells me to do, I'm gonna do it. So it can be just as ridiculous both ways. You fully following the flag, no matter what flag it is. You know what I'm saying? You fully following that, as if people aren't human. You're gonna have some issues. But bottom line, if we are in this industry of, we out here, we talking about killing each other, we talking about, fucking hoes and all that right there, talking about, the vile ways that we degrade our people, male and female. If that's what we talking about, we need to know that the people who are singing our songs are not singing them in jest. They're not laughing at us as they're singing these songs. And I just feel like if you don't find black women attractive, that's just the tip of the iceberg. That's the tip of the iceberg. Joe, the reason why niggas could, the reason why niggas went ahead and ran with that shit, even though it was taken out of context, is because a nigga see you and they can see yeah, that nigga might be with that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's a whole bunch of shit that go with it. But a nigga not liking black women, that is just the beginning, because that's a lie, and it's not possible. It's not possible that you're gonna choose anybody else over them unless what you're looking for is the phenotype of a prepubescent boy. If you like the tall, skinny, anorexic, if that's what you find attractive, then we got a whole nother pot of questions to deal with. So yeah, but you know, I wanted to come on here and talk about niggas getting beat and shit like that in relationships and how often that actually happens. But that shit with ice, it's like I said, that's poison. Everybody in this culture should all be saying, and like I said, it's hypocritical, because we talking about killing each other, and that's the fucked up part about it. We talking about killing each other. We talking about fucking over our women and shit like that. But at the very least, we gotta have this shit in some type of order, my nigga. If a nigga going and taking a meeting with Donald Trump, if that's important, there's no way, my nigga. There is no fucking way. Yeah, like, there's no way. Ain't no fucking way. I can't see the comments. It's son of my eye. Like I said, oh shit. But yeah, so I just wanted to holler at y'all and get me some time in so I could get the I wanted to get the I wanted to get me some hours of just doing something. I wanted to get away from the house so I can, you know, I find myself at the house. It's just so easy just to, you know what I'm saying, go to sleep and stay up till fucking, go to sleep 9 and get up at 9 o'clock at night and go to sleep at 6 o'clock in the fucking. What's going on? Who getting a virtual what? What's going on? I can't see the comments. So I don't know what happened, but you know, we'll speak about it. I don't know what exactly happened. I appreciate everybody who donated. Like I said before, we continue to push. Make sure that when you're donating, when you're showing love, make sure that you let it be known what you're donating. If it's for the Men to Florida trip, put that. You already know if it's for the Head First 2, say that. If it's just a donation for Ayo Nation, speak on that also. But I appreciate all the love. Thank y'all for keeping me awake. I killed damn near 2 hours, so that's good. What do we want? Justice. When do we want it? Now. That's how we doing it. I'll see y'all in a minute, man. Love. Make sure y'all show that love. We working.